we've established that you've been successful.
Yeah.
You don't want to buy a
Run a
championship.
good
You want to
business.
earn it.
I run a good business.
Then why did you feel like you had to bully Brandon James to drive past them scales?
You really are going to be hard on me.
Hey, brother, here's the thing.
Well-
I'm going to ask the questions
Okay.
that I guarantee it hurts sport less coming from me than it would somebody else.
Hey, and I'm,
But why did you have to bully this kid?
Yeah, well, so let's
Big, tall, 6 foot, whatever.
let's talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get a snippet on TV, not the full story, as you know.
Right. Hey, that's what we're here. What's
Yeah.
the backstory behind this?
So one is a personal problem with me in that I was already kind of on edge about being jumped because of what had happened before. And so some of this is
At Chicago.
Yeah, and so
Hey, we can say.
Brandon James in
Hey,
Missouri.
don't worry about it. They're not going to pull your contract. And by the way,
I
Discovery
don't
pays
get
you a lot of money, right?
Not at all.
Okay.
So except when I win, they pay me a lot.
There you go. So we
Yeah.
all that's played out now.
Let's-
Anything that once it plays out on TV, you can talk about it.
All right, so let's
You
talk
just,
about it.
You just can't, in all fairness, to Discovery,
Yeah.
you can't talk about it until.
Yeah.
So now, which is another reason I wanted to do this,
It's over.
it's all played out.
Yeah.
So why did you come into MPK with your ass in the air, bully
Well-
this poor young man?
Poor young man.
So-
we talked a long time before the race. We even talked about what had happened the week before, and we shook hands and agreed that
Who?
we wouldn't jump. Brandon James and I agreed we wouldn't jump on each
So
other.
Brandon James was at the Chicago thing.
No. This was this race where what happened that you're talking. Yeah, he was at actually what you're talking about is at South Georgia the week before, 2 weeks before, and that's a whole different story. And in all honesty, I wasn't mad. I really wasn't mad about it then either. I was just it feels not good.
Oh, you were mad.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. So him and I have the conversation. Everything's good. We
What was
leave
the
and
conversation? What was the conversation between you and him? What was the agreement between you and
We
him?
were gonna have a clean race and not jump. Clear as day, shaking hands, everything's cool. And look, Brandon's not like some people have said like he bullied a boy. Brandon's not a boy.
He's a full-grown man.
He's 27 years
but-
old. He's a good kid. I call him
Well,
a
you
kid.
call
He's
him a
not
kid.
He's a
You
man.
call him a kid, but he's a man.
He's a man. He's a 27-year-old man.
That's right.
And you know what? He's a smart, good guy.
Okay,
Nothing against Brandon.
we're not going to blow Brandon James up.
No, it's
I,
good.
I want to know the backstory of why you're such a big bully. You got all this money. You come in just bullying everybody around.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
That's not how it goes. I get it.
Well, but that's the perception.
Yeah.
And if that's the perception, so you and Brandon James
Yeah.
had a gentleman's agreement.
We did.
We're gonna race straight. Every time we race, we're gonna race straight up.
No, that one race.
That one race.
Yeah. And so, I left and I knew what had happened. I get down the
What do you
end.
mean you knew what happened?
Well, I mean, it's obvious that he jumped. Guys don't get that far out without doing it. And
Not at this level.
not this level. Not cars that are this good. And we were one of the 3-4 fastest cars out there. So come around the end, Melody comes up, and I guess she got heated at the line. We're all heated a little bit.
Oh, we'll get that elephant in the room here in a minute.
So we're driving on the back, and this is credit to Brandon. We're driving back, and as we come up there, he's behind the scales. He's not on the scales, and he sees us, waves us over. We come over behind. We pull behind him.
Whoa.
I
Hang on.
can't say that. He
Hang on.
acknowledges me. I acknowledge him. I pull behind him.
So why hadn't he drove across the scales yet? Or why hadn't he drove across the scales?
Well, what they don't show you on TV is he had broken and his rods were hanging out. And I think to be real, I think he understood. I think Brandon's a really good dude, and Brandon wanted to talk.
Okay.
So
he hung the rods out of the car.
He wasn't going to the next
Wasn't
round.
going
no
to the
matter
next
what.
round, period.
No
Okay.
matter what, Brandon James was not moving forward
Okay.
in that event.
Okay.
And so when I pulled up
So when
behind
you and him talk,
yeah. So this is what you don't get on TV. I pull up behind him and I say, "Is it broke?" He says, "Yep." I said, "Can you go to the next round?" He said, "Nope." And I said, "Can we talk?" And he said, "Yep." And that part isn't shown.
well, we're not.
And
All we're doing, we're not worried about what they showed or didn't show. I want to know what happened.
This is what
This
happened.
is the reality of what happened.
This is what happened. And so I said, "Can we talk?" And I remain sitting in the golf cart. He's standing, and you know, the honest answer is I said something really stupid that I shouldn't have said. Because
What was the agreement between you and him first? Or what did you guys talk about?
Right then?
Right there, right there.
I
He
just,
can't go on to the next round.
yeah,
He's broke.
You can't go on.
Did he jump or did he not jump?
I asked him, did you jump? He says, yes, not intentionally. I said, okay.
Okay.
Then what? He said, yes, but I didn't do it intentionally. I said, I get it. I said, but you know, I'm sitting second in points. I said, do you mind? And then we kind of, I think it kind of went back and forth, but I'm the one who slipped up and said something I shouldn't have. I was not happy.
Regardless of what you said,
Yeah,
regardless of what you said at that point in time,
which is dumb.
the agreement was neither one. We're going to run clean race.
Yeah,
Unintentionally or intentionally, well, however that went down,
Yeah.
he jumped.
that's right.
He kicked the rods out in the motor.
He did.
Through the lights.
Yeah,
He waited behind the scales for you to come through, or wait for somebody to push his car through, whatever
Yeah.
that was.
yeah,
But you and him were talking,
yeah,
and you said, "I'm second in points."
yeah.
So what did you ask him?
I asked him not to go across the scales. And to do it over again, I'd never do it. But at the time,
That
you know,
doesn't
moments, you give
matter.
moments.
That's why they say hindsight's 20/20, foresight's blind as a bitch.
Yeah.
So, what if it'd been you?
If I'd have been broken,
Yep.
and if it had been reversed,
Yep.
Oh, you know, here's what's
Be
crazy.
the street racer, not the pastor.
Yeah, these
You know
are,
in your heart what you would have done.
Yeah, you know, here's what I know about life though. It's easy to say, well, I would have said to him, go on by, right? I mean, that's what I want to say. I don't know what I would have done. I honestly don't. I mean, I can't answer you.
Nobody
to tell
does. Nobody does till they're in that situation.
Yeah, and so, but I know Brandon agreed to. And you know what's crazy is the other part that didn't make TV is I went to him and apologized profusely for being an asshole.
Well, what did you do that made you the asshole?
Well, I told him we couldn't be friends if he went across the scales. Everybody knows that. Like if anybody in the world doesn't know that, they've never been on the internet. But it's one of those things where what I said isn't what I meant. You know, you're in that wounded position of you know, what I should have said was, hey, maybe consider doing this, and if you don't, no problem, but if you do, that'd be great. And we did make a deal that I would make it up to him someday. He said, if the roles are ever reversed, you do it for me. And I said, yeah, if we ever get where you need something or we're in a situation.
That's the story that nobody knows.
And so I owe him one.
So
and we both know I owe
so
him
he
one.
didn't. So you're gonna lay down for him next time, right?
Well, I mean, I don't think Brandon and
I-
neither of us would ask each other to lay down.
No,
But if I break and I can't go on or something or whatever, I'll give him a break for sure. For sure.
To me, and I'm stupid because I still try to be fair with everybody, regardless of whether I like them, dislike them. Anybody that breaks and cannot go the first round should not pull across those scales, no matter who they're racing.
I think that's true.
Whether
I would agree with that.
I mean, if I was racing Daddy Dave, and I broke my car, and the situation was the same, I would not drive across those scales.
Yeah.
And everybody that knows me, even Dave knows, that's exactly what I would do, because that's just how I feel about it. You don't try to go forward. Don't hold anybody else down over 5 points or whatever it is for each round. I don't know.
But I must say,
But what you said wasn't really indicative of what you meant,
yeah, true.
is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, and none of this is Brandon's fault. I mean, I'm not blaming him in any way. Would not blame him in any way. And even if he had gone across the scale, I'd have just been mad and got over it. I mean, just as it is, it's a life thing. But you know, but I'm the one who made it personal, and I should have never done that.
Okay, so why can you not control your wife?
I don't think anybody controls their wife, but I sure can't control mine.
Why can you not control your wife? Why does your wife not do what you tell her to do and be quiet up on that starting line. Why does she feel like she has to do what she did on that race?
On that one, being
Yeah.
upset.
Well, we already know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So here, I'm different than some. It's the same way I run it in business. I kind of do the same things personally in that, hey, my wife.
Street racer, Robin.
Yeah. Well, you in
Tell
street racing.
the truth, Robin. Your actual deal, because I know why you don't.
What?
No?
So, I don't, because I want her to be her own person. And by the way, she's welcome to be her own person. And if you piss her off, well, I get the same. I mean, if I make her mad, she chews me up too. But she is more emotional than I am.
She just don't have a lever to hold it back.
No, she doesn't.
Because you're just as
she don't
emotional.
mind- yeah, she don't mind telling you. But see, if we get mad at each other, I'm gonna. If Melody does, it's all coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And
by the way, guys, I love Melody.
yeah, she's
I love Melody.
She's a fabulous.
And to me, and I told Robin this because, and I've told Robin, who gives a shit what people think about you on the internet? I know the Robin Roberts is
Yeah, I
my
ain't worried
friend.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Of course you do. You own a business and you don't want this bad light.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, any man's wife that does not stand up for him, no matter what, is not a good wife, in my opinion.
Well, look, Murillo's wife got on Chuck. You know, other wives.
Oh,
are-
Mike Murillo's wife.
Woo! And
Yeah,
you know what?
she's quiet about it, but I was joking with him one time, and she thought I was serious, and Mike was there
that right?
laughing. Oh boy, she's shocked. I was like,
like
hey,
her.
whoa.
I like her.
Yes.
Hey, but that's again, that's who we are. I'll let her be her own person. If we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna go on the side and talk about it. Like, if she wants to be fiery, that's my wife, and I'll back her. She'll back me. That's how it goes. You don't
Now-
like that?
And just, I have watched Melody start to cross the line, and I've watched you go, Melody, that's enough,
That's right.
and it's done.
Yeah.
And then I watched her tell Robin, should do that. So there's
We
more
were-
to this whole deal with you and her
Yeah, we
than
have
what
a
people see.
really good relationship that way, and we've learned over time to listen to each other, and but we are very different people, very different people.
Well, see, I call bullshit on that. You just have a better way of handling it. You have a better you have a fuel shut off.
Yeah.
People like Melody and I, we don't have a fuel shut off.
Oh, you guys full throttle.
Yeah, it's full throttle all the way, 60 pounds of booze, 3 kids on,
Yeah.
trying to grab another gear.
She's lived her whole life that way.
Because I have seen you get mad.
Yeah, I get that.
I've seen you get upset.
Yeah.
I've seen you say, and what you just admitted, you say shit you shouldn't say.
Oh yeah.
So,
Human, I guess,
exactly.
for sure.
So, why you hate the 405 so bad?
As you know,
What's this whole beef? I mean, why do you dislike Ryan?
you know what's crazy about that is I love those guys. I love Ryan particularly, and I love
I
you,
know-
and
I
you
know
know
that.
it. However, here's what gets mistaken on the internet, right? Wanting to beat someone in a competition is not hate. It's not even dislike. I want to beat I want to beat you on next week.
It's actually
I'll
actually
beat-
respect.
Yes, and you know what? I don't want anybody in the other lane who doesn't want to beat me. Where's the fun in that? And also, if they're going to do that, I worry that they put everything into their car that they need to or done the right things, right? That's how you get crashed. I want a guy in the other lane who is committed to making a good run and trying to beat me. And that's okay. So, you know how those go. If I get interviewed and they say, what do you think of the 405? And I say, man, I love those guys. They've done so much for the sport. I really appreciate who they are. I may not like every one of them, but some of them are my best friends. But I want to kick their ass. The only thing that's going to make TV is 405. I want to kick their ass. The only thing they're going to show you. So none of that is, but I guess I can't say none of that is real because it is real. Do I want to race them? Oh yeah. Do I want to beat them? Yeah, I want to beat the best.
Everything that they show on TV is real. It happened.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the fact of it.
It's,
Now, the backstory,
yeah.
how that played out,
Yeah.
and I've told you from the beginning, Robin, it's a TV show.
Oh yeah.
You for the first couple years, you thought you was coming to race.
Yeah. I did. I had to learn some lessons. Even this year, I had to learn some lessons.
Oh, you got a lot more to come.
Yeah, well, I'm okay with it.
So you and Ryan are actually friends.
Yeah, just left his place a little bit ago to come over here. Well, I was over there. We were helping him with a few little things, and I like Ryan. I like Ryan. I like Jerry. I like you. I mean, there are a couple of them that maybe you know.
I'm not gonna do it.
You know it.
I'm not gonna do it. See, this is that friendship playing
All
in.
right.
So, you know, how many racers have you helped in NPK?
Well, a bunch. And
Because
Keep it
you're better
quiet.
than them?
well, what I would say would sound self-serving, but even to answer that, I don't know that I want to answer that. But
Why did you help them?
I like helping people. I don't know if that makes
So
any
there
sense.
wasn't. So there wasn't no underlying. I mean, you weren't like buying a win later, right?
No.
You weren't like, hey, let me help you out over here, but
No.
you're gonna owe me one.
I in all reality, never asked for anything in return. Now, a few of them have done appearances for me at a shop or something, and I asked them, "Hey, can you come do this?" And it was their respectful answer to my respectful support of them when they needed it. Yeah, well, there's something about being raised simple and poor,
Fact.
where now I learned a business. I grew people in teams. I've now put myself in a situation where we do very well, and so helping someone like who feels good to me.
Let's see what else.
My circle is very small.
So's mine.
My circle is small.
Circle of friends. Now
I can't say friends. You
Let's define this. So John Lane, he has shelves.
Yeah.
Different people are on different shelves.
Yeah.
And you have different layers. You have different layers of friends.
Sure.
I don't. I'm too cut and dry about it. You're my friend. You're my friend. If not, you're just somebody I know, a buddy, something like that.
Yeah.
So like you're a friend. Ryan's a friend. There's very few people that I consider true friends.
Right. Same.
But you have to keep your circle small.
And then you're right. Then from there, I have maybe cascading tiers of relationships that are different levels of.
Different shelves.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good terminology he came up with.
Yeah.
Because that's true. Because that way your shelves are always adjustable.
Yeah.
Person does something wrong, well, he comes down a shelf. Somebody
Yeah.
does something right, he comes up a shelf.
Yeah.
So, you can actually use that on the shelf thing. But true friends are on one shelf and there is no other shelves.
Yeah.
Associates are in the other realm of those shelves. So, this new car that you don't want nobody to know about, even though for $10 I'll send you guys pictures of it. $10 prepaid.
10.
You can get the first
Just
pictures
10.
of it.
Some might pay 20.
Huh?
Some people might pay 20.
Well, see, but I got like a bunch of little pictures, like a front fender.
yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
It's $150 by the time they get all of them to piece the car together.
I like it.
I didn't
Good
say
plan.
what picture
Good
I was
plan.
going to do.
Good plan.
I'm all about the money. Hey, I'm learning my business ethics. So,
Yeah, the new car.
the new car,
Yeah.
we're not going to talk about the new cars. The new car's your deal to reveal and do.
It is going to be revealed very soon. We just don't have it quite done. I wanted to reveal it when it was done. We're just not quite there. But I've shared with my close friends pictures and things. I'm proud of it. It was learning 5-6 years of racing applied to the new car.
I'm going to give up this part. It's a Camaro, by the way. He didn't go Firebird. He's no longer a Pontiac guy. All the Pontiac people are going to just own him when it comes out as a Camaro.
You know how many people have sent me notes saying, "Oh, so you're building a late model Camaro?" And I just
Well, I mean, you copied Ryan on the Hemi.
copied
You
Ryan.
copied the Pro Charger
I always copy
or
Ryan.
Hertz Charger. What else did you copy? What else did Robin copy?
That I don't know. I got the
Well,
only.
you know, I mean, make shit up. I mean, everybody else can do it. Why can't I? Mean,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
do make stuff up.
We're friends, so I can make shit up about you.
Right.
So,